Really, I'm up here to introduce Cliff West, who is one of our board members, and Cliff has been a great board member for several years, has really given us a lot of support, and has really helped us grow to the next level. So, as I was introducing Cliff, he literally, it's a 30-second introduction, right? So he sends me a list of things to say. And so, now there's a few of them on here. I'm not going to go through all of them. Frankly, he's saying he's the most interesting man in the world. But a few of them, he says, he's the only man that Chuck Norris has apologized to. He makes orange juice out of apples. Speaks fluent Russian and French. And something about dolphins swimming with him. So really, I looked at it and said, let's just wrap Cliff up in just a couple words. And I thought, he's like an enigma wrapped in a Twinkie. He's got a lot of talent. You see, he's got some great bar tricks out there. I saw him one time try to take a cork out of an empty wine bottle. Just kind of phenomenal talent that Cliff has. But one of the talents that he has is he's also an amateur comedian, and you're going to find out why. Cliff West.
Wow! Awesome! The gift that keeps on giving. Thank you. Thanks, man. Man, this is going to be tough. A lot harder than I thought. Thanks for having me out. I'm not having a lot of positive thoughts right now. I don't know why. The last thing that came to my mind when I'm walking out, my wife comes over to me, she whispers to me, and she goes, "Cliff, you've got a bat in the cave." I'm like, "Oh, God, great." So I've got a bat in the cave. I think I got it out, though. So, okay. Now, I kind of think I'm really feeling kind of like an idiot. I can't believe I actually signed up for this again. Thank you. But at least the amateur part was correct. I was not planning on being here. And again, part of the other great support group that I have here, my good buddy Alan Meeson, there you are. Talking to him a couple days, and he's like, "You gonna do that bit again?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna go out there, just for the charity. Want to do it?" He goes, "How much money did you raise last year?" I was like, I think we probably around $25,000-$30,000 people that I brought. He's like, "I'll double it if you don't go up there again." Thank you. So I got a bat cave, I got amateur night, I'll buy you out if you want out of here. But it's, and the other part is I'm a little nervous, obviously, just getting up. This isn't my day job, and a little gassy around here. No, I'm pretty open about things. My wife knows that for sure. The beer and salad diet was wrong to start that this week. Not a good idea. And it's horrible. You get up on stage, and that's when you get that anxiety. That's when it all just bubbles up, and it wants to come out. And it's horrifying. So I'm going to be up here, and you're going to see me do a lot of walking and stuff. I'm just a little crop dusting going on here. So just, if I'm doing this, I'm just part of being live and being a comedian, being funny. And the other times that you can probably remember when you get those anxious moments, it's like, and I now pronounce you, man, and I'm like, oh, not that time. I'm just saying my I do's. Or you get pulled over. I know, Alan, you've experienced this before. You get pulled over by the cops, and you're like, "Sir, have you been drinking?" You're like, "No." And then that's just horrible. I'm just kind of open about those kind of things. Sorry. It's really not fair because, Bob, you've got the luxury. We've got an incredible comedian that's going to thankfully follow this whole mess up, who does it as full-time, and he gets to try out all of his material on everybody and what works, what doesn't work. And so what do I have? The only person I have to test my jokes out on is my wife. And so I'm, we're busy, and we got kids running everywhere. And I'm like, "Honey, what do you think about this joke?" And she's like, "Cliff, what would be really funny? If you could just go a whole day without playing with your balls." And I'm like, "Whatever. I don't do that." So, anyway, I'll change the subject. True story. think if you guys were here last year, I went to Texas A&M, and part of a long program there for the special. And it was the day of graduation. This is a true story. Go out there, and the day before I'm going, the grades are posted. 1.98. It's not good enough. It's just a little shy. I mean, 2.0, 2.0 and go. Everyone's heard of that one. At least that was my motto. Maybe y'all didn't get that from your parents, but I did. Just get out, please. Save us some money. So I go and I get that, and I'm like, I've got to change this. My parents are coming in tomorrow. I've got to get my grades changed. And I did the math. That's my engineering degree going to work for you, and I had to figure out how to get a D changed to an A. I'm like, how am I going to do this? Because I really don't want to upset my parents. They birthed me. They're already upset, but I got to do this. So I'm like, okay. So I came up with this genius idea, and this is kind of where I think I knew I was going to be in sales when I thought of, okay, I know this spectacular professor, one of my favorite female Aggie professors, and I went to her and exchanged the situation. I said, I got to get a grade changed from a D to an A. I need you to help me out. And she's like, well, I can't do that. I said, well, let me explain something to you. I'm carrying your baby. She says, what do I need to do? Got to change. I was out there. I was like, I knew I was going to be in sales, so I got her to do that. And this is the same weekend. I've got to figure out, now I realize, okay, this is going to happen. My parents are coming in, and I, like a knucklehead, forgot to book their hotel. Naturally, graduation weekend, it's full. There's nothing available in College Station. And, my parents like to stay in nice places, so I call the Hilton. I'm like, my parents coming in tomorrow, and they need a room. You got something available there? No, sir. Completely booked. I'm like, I'm going to be in so much trouble. I don't want my parents sleeping on my brown sheets that I haven't washed in a month. So I called back. I said, okay, let me just, come on, creativity. It already worked today. I already got a grade change from a D to an A. Let me go back. Get creative, Cliff. Come on, think. So I call back and I'm like, yes, hello. My name is Derek. I'm the executive secretary of the Duke and Duchess of Ham Sandwich in England. Their son, the 8th Earl of Ham Sandwich, will be graduating tomorrow. They are flying in this evening. We expect to have a room available. True story, Nanette, you can attest to this. We got a room. Got a room. So, anytime you hear something from me, it just may not be true. You never know what you're going to hear on the phone from me.